put the political statements behind it. Let's look more at her view, including this. As the White House asked Democratic senators, please don't ask her about Roe v. Wade. Please don't press on abortion or any specific cases, because if the Democrats start pressing, it opens the door for the Republicans to press. But she did have, from the newest member of the Senate, the newest member of your committee, Democrat Al Franken, he ignored the White House pressure, asked her some pretty specific questions about abortion rights, including this.
Do you believe that this right to privacy includes the right to have an abortion?
The court has said in many cases, and as I think has been repeated in the court's jurisprudence in Casey, that there is a right to privacy that women have with respect to the termination of their pregnancies in certain situations.
Senator Sessions, do you have any doubt if a Roe v. Wade type case comes before the court that she is a vote for abortion rights?
Well, it does seem that way. The organization she was involved with, the Puerto Rican Legal Defense Fund, had filed a number of very aggressive briefs in cases.
Now, she says she was an advocate in those days, and that was her job.
Well, that's all right, but I mean, she voluntarily joined and was on the board, and her organization advocated that the federal Constitution required that it pay for abortions, and the group also opposed any parental consent laws on abortion. So I would assume that that answer was where she will be.
And you know, first off, let me clear up one thing. No one in the White House suggested to me what questions I should ask or shouldn't ask, and had they done that, I would have just hung up the phone. I made it very clear in talking to my fellow Democrats on there, you ask any questions you want. We're not there. It's not the White House conducting this nomination hearing. It's the United States Senate. So nobody had any restrictions on them what to ask. But I would hope that people would not think we pick a Supreme Court justice on just one issue, the issue of abortion. I voted for Supreme Court justices who I'm sure totally disagree with the idea of having abortion legal, just as I voted for some who disagree with the idea of making all abortions illegal. That should not be the issue. And the idea of trying to say, well, you know, she was on the Puerto Rican defense thing, and so we have to ask some questions about that. I hope we don't go back to the day when we used to have African Americans up for confirmation. They say, yes, but you belong to the NAACP, so, you know, we're really suspicious of you. Come on, stop the racial politics.
Well, come on,
this
Pat.
Is a person.
No, I want to disagree.
No, but that's what it comes across. That's what it comes across. It comes across that way, that if you belong to a group that tries to help Hispanics, help them in school, help them in other things, somehow you're suspicious. The same arguments were used against Thurgood Marshall and others. I think it's wrong. The fact is, she's had more experience on the federal bench than any other nominee, and certainly, Jeff, since you and I have been.
But Pat, I want to correct something. The no Republican leader said she was a bigot. You've overstated that. There's nothing wrong with us asking about her personal views about positions, legal positions that she took as a member of any organization. That's a normal thing to do, and I don't think that was unfair. She said that she thought she was fairly treated. Other commentators, objective leaders, civil rights leaders have said that. We gave our absolute best to make sure this was a fair hearing, but it had to be vigorous. We had to ask about things that people cared about, her speeches, her prior pleadings that she did, and some of her decisions, which are troubling. But, Pat, you gave us a fair hearing. I appreciate that. A lot of people felt we were pretty tight on time, but when the hearing came up, we had an opportunity, and I appreciate that.
We're about to run out of time.
I appreciate that, Jeff.
Senator, hang on 1 second.
The leader I was talking about was Newt Gingrich. The leader I was talking about, Newt Gingrich.
He called her a racist, I believe, at the beginning. But he did not get a vote, and I think that both of you have received wide acclaim. This is more contentious than the hearing was. This is a few seconds right here.